Welcome back to Stateside Veterans. I appreciate you being here today. Today, we're going to talk about the VA's car allowance. Yes, there is such a thing. Before we get started, the ask is that you hit the like, you hit the subscribe button. If you look in the corner there, you'll see a chevron if you're watching from your computer. So please hit that, subscribe to my channel, or down below, you can subscribe. Give me a thumbs up too. That will help get this information out through YouTube's algorithm. And let's be honest here, folks, information is lacking in our community. This information today in today's video may not necessarily apply to you now, but it might in the future, or it might apply to someone that you know. So don't be afraid to share. Short question is, will the VA buy you a car or provide you an allowance? Absolutely, they will. I'm going to leave a link down below to the website that we're going to go through today. So you can go back, you can read through this at your own speed whenever you want, or share it with a friend. It's straight from the horse's mouth. You may not need this today, guys. This may not be something that's on your radar. It might be something you need down the road, depending on how your conditions, your service-connected injuries or illnesses progress. And it might be something that you know that a friend may need. The amount of money for 2024 is pretty substantial. It is $25,603. Again, $25,603 for this particular allowance. I will leave a citation for that particular figure down below also, so you can check it out. But let's just read through this article and get a little bit of information out to the community. So, automobile allowance and adaptive equipment. If you have a disability related to your service that prevents you from driving, you may be able to get money to help you buy a car or change your vehicle so you can drive. Am I eligible for these benefits from the VA? You may be eligible for a VA allowance or adaptive equipment benefits if you have a disability that's related to your service, called a service-connected disability. I think we all know that. And that includes at least one of these conditions. You have a loss or permanent loss of use of one or both of your feet, or you have a loss or permanent loss of use of one or both of your hands. You have a permanent decreased vision in both eyes, 20/24, 20/200 vision or less in your better eye with glasses, or greater than 20/200 vision, but with a visual field defect that has reduced your peripheral vision to 20 degrees or less in your better eye, or you have a severe burn injury, or you have amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or you have ankylosis in one or both of the knees or hips. This qualifies you for the adaptive grant. I'm sorry if I butchered the medical names there, guys. This is not my specialty. But those are the qualifiers, right? What kind of benefits can I get? A one-time payment to help you buy a specially equipped vehicle called an automobile allowance, or in some situations, one or more adaptive equipment grants to change the vehicle so it has features like power steering, brakes, seats, windows, or lift equipment to help get you in or out of the vehicle. Again, the rate is $25,603 for 2024. Can I buy a vehicle or adaptive equipment first, then file my claim? No, you cannot, sir. No, you cannot, ma'am. You'll need to file your claim and get an approval before you buy a vehicle or adaptive equipment. So you see this channel, you go to the website that I'm providing down below. It's straight from the VA. And you want to buy a vehicle, don't go rush out and do that. Make sure you go through the paperwork drill with the VA. Get your approval first. Also, before you buy a vehicle or adaptive equipment, make sure the seller agrees to send the VA a completed claim form with an itemized invoice. They'll need those documents to process your claim. So make sure the seller is willing to do all the paperwork necessary for you to get this benefit, and then make sure it finds its way to the VA. The question is then, how do I get these benefits? You'll need to submit one of the forms listed on the link below. And you can apply for this grant either before or after military discharge. So if you're on the left side of becoming a veteran, you're still wearing the uniform, something's happened, you think you might need this when you get out, It's not too early to apply, or if you're like me, you're already out of the military. This benefit may be available to you depending on your service-connected conditions. Um, for the one-time payment to help you get a specially equipped vehicle, you'll fill out a VA Form 214502 and you can mail it in. They'll pay the vehicle seller directly in that particular case. So just remember, you need a service-connected condition to get this specially equipped vehicle. If you haven't filled out the paperwork first, make sure you do that. For the adaptive vehicle grant, you need a VA Form 101394. You'll take it to a local VA medical center. They'll help you with the paperwork, and then they may pay you or they may pay the seller directly. So, little different there. What happens after you submit the form? If you're eligible, they'll complete an authorization section of the form that you have submitted that shows your approval of the benefits. We'll send the form back to you, so the VA is going to mail it back to you. You go ahead and buy the vehicle or the adaptive equipment. When you go to receive the vehicle from the seller, bring the original form, not a copy, with you, and you'll need to sign and date the form to acknowledge that you received the vehicle. Again, proof of transfer of title, and then give the form to the seller. The seller will send us the form, the VA that is, the form, and an itemized invoice, and the seller will send, the VA will send payment to the seller. So a little bit of a process there, but at the end of the day, for $25,000+ it's probably worth looking into this benefit if you feel like you need it. If you've got questions, you call them. The standard 1-800 number applies. That's 800-827-1000. They're Monday through Friday, so give them a ring if you have any questions. But wanted to bring this to your attention because a lot of times as veterans, we leave benefits on the table. That doesn't just apply to us personally. That can apply to our friends. That can apply to our family members. So I think it's important that we're aware of the full and broad scope that some of these benefits are and what's available. I appreciate you watching today's video. Again, like, subscribe, take a minute, look at the link that's down below. Won't take but a second. If it applies to you, then by all means, proceed with pursuing that benefit. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.